Hi everyone, it's Athena and welcome back to my channel. It's Wednesday, the 5th of February, 2020. Okay, February 5th, 2020, and it's Wednesday. All right, so today is all about rewriting the story that we want to see for our life, right? We all came in to this world with a blueprint, if you will. A blueprint that states how the story is going to go. However, due to free will, you have the ability to rewrite the story right now. Right now. Shoot for the stars. The sky's the limit. Go for it. Rewrite your story. Because in the end, that's all that we become, is our own story. We put the cast of characters together, what they're going to look like, where they're going to go, where you're going to go with them. How are the cast of characters reflecting you, to teach you, to show you the way, right? If you build it, they will come, right? So build it. Change your story up if you don't like what's going on. Now's the time. All right, one more shuffle, and then let's see what the universe would like the collective message for us all. Wednesday, the 5th of February. Understand time is an illusion on the other side. So this could potentially, have already happened, or could, the message could sustain itself for weeks to come, or even months. All right, let's see what's happening. Oh, wow. Okay. All right, let's start with this. We had the Page of Coins just the other day. Love it. Starting over. Yeah? Starting over. Going back to school, giving and receiving of love, in the sense of childhood, like childish, not childish in a bad way. Childlike, let me rephrase. Childlike, the growth of the heart starts when you're like a child, right? Usually, we find love at a young age, don't we? Right? We have that first love at a young age. At a page age, right? Or it could be a child, our child, for sure. Our child is growing, becoming, right? Who they are going to be, and giving that devotion to a child. Now, before I pull the Strength card, let's see what else we have. The blessing of a child. The blessing of a child in our life, knowing that children are blessings in our life, right? And finding the strength, let's just pull it out, finding the strength to see how blessed we are to have. That's the first thing I see here. I mean, right now, with these other cards here next to the Page of Coins, right? The child is growing. The child is becoming their own person, their personality, right? They're growing. They're finding strength in their own personality, in their own way. And these are blessings. So sometimes when we're ready to lash out at our kids, if this applies to you, if it doesn't, then of course, this is not your reading. But this is about starting to understand the starting point of understanding how the phases of a child grows into becoming their own person, right? You have to allow them to grow on their own, but still in the middle of it all. It's a blessing, always, even if you don't see eye to eye every day. I mean, come on, we don't, right? We don't see eye to eye with our kids every day. If you do not have children, this could be about starting over. Starting over and growing yourself from like going back to a place where you're, it's kind of like this is your childhood self, unless you're the child, okay? This could be we're going back to a place and time where our feeling of giving and receiving love, which is the highest form, comes from when we're in childhood. The highest form of giving and receiving love comes when we're in childhood. Why is that? Because we don't have the boundaries and the limits, the limitations of others and the patterns and behaviors that come with time. It starts in the beginning of time. And that's why most definitely our soulmates, the people that we fall in love with, usually is when we're kids, right? And the blessing is that we have remained, if you're still the child, you're remaining strong in your own right, in yourself. If you're not, you're actually healing, right? You're healing your childhood, and your child self has healed and gotten stronger through the visions and the blessings that have, we'll see what else comes out, but this is a blessing that you have actually found the strength to go inward and to heal your childhood self, right? That's a blessing. The heavens are pouring their healing properties to you to get strong and to start over in a manner that will heal yourself. Mind, body, soul, childhood self, present day self, higher self. I know that's a lot. It is. But try to stay with me, because when you have the star, you have all the hope of the world right here at your fingertips. You have a spirit guide. This could be your higher self. Look it. This could be your higher self bestowing upon you the strength that you need to move forward right now, as you are in present day. Your childhood self needs healing, and that's what your higher self is giving you right here. And this is you right now. You're receiving the strength that you need to move on, to go forward, and to be right? To be the lion and the deer, soft but yet strong and assertive. There's a lot of different storylines here, but the best part of it all is the stars in smack dab in the middle here, which means the blessings are here for you. The heavens are sending you healing in order for you to become stronger. A child is growing. There's a couple scenarios here. Okay, let's see what else we have. Don't look back to what was. Don't look back in fear to who you are becoming. Understand that. Do you understand? You are becoming strong in self. Right? This is you looking back at a time when you were maybe stronger than you are now. Don't fear who you're becoming. That's the first thing I saw here. Do not fear who you are becoming. Show your colors. Show your true colors to the world. Shine bright like that star. Don't fear what others might think of you. Because you know what happens when you get strong, others have their opinions. Let them have their opinions. Who cares what they think? You are becoming yourself here. Now, if this is a child, the child is becoming very strong. And there's times when you taper off into a fear-based mentality of, am I strong enough to go forward? Am I strong enough to grow? Am I growing too quickly? And it's kind of freaking me out. Every child goes through that. We've all been there, right? The growing process of, of self-identity, right? This is self-identity. There's only one person depicted in all these cards. And the best part about it is you're being guided by yourself. This is your higher self blessing you and saying, this is where you're becoming. This is where you are becoming your own self. So don't fear anything. Don't fear what others are going to think. Just go for it, right? You have the ability to write your story. And your story right here, your story at the end of the day is becoming who you are meant to become, no matter who says whatever about you. It doesn't matter. You're strong enough. You're strong enough to become who you are meant to become here at this time, and to be with who you are meant to be with at this time. Now we have two people. Now we have what? Well, we could have a merging of masculine and feminine, but I'm not feeling that in this one. This is, I'm becoming, I started out as this child who is growing into their own self, receiving the blessings of the universe in order to be strong in becoming and growing into their own identity. There are times when we look back on our lives, and we are like becoming completely different. We're also feeling a self-identity somewhat here, crisis, let's say. Not in a bad way. It's actually in a good way because we're growing. But we feel it's happening right now. A child could be growing and becoming. You could also be growing and becoming, and not even the same person that you were, whatever, right? Whenever. You're changing, you're becoming, and now you're attracting. That's what I see here. You're attracting the love of your life by vibrating on a level of strength, security, blessings of the healing of now your self-esteem, even though you have, like, you're scared of who you're becoming because you don't know, but knowing in your heart of hearts, right? In your heart, that now you are able to attract that which you have become. We all go through this identity crisis. It's a process, It doesn't happen overnight, clearly. Over like the course of years, we become this. We become peaceful, strong in our own right. We become who we've always wanted. Not saying that we all want to be independent, because this is just someone who's very confident in their own sense of independence. But you can have that independence when you're in a relationship. You can. Giving and receiving love is what it's all about. Someone's independent, but yet wants a relationship here, clearly. And is now strong enough to vibrate at a level where you're receiving the go-ahead from spirit. Here are the blessings for the taking. For the taking. Okay? Excuse me. Charging ahead. Now you're ready. You're ready. You've gone through a transitional period of identity, of changing up your identity, of growing into who you are becoming in order to attract the best of the best that you want to attract, right? And that's what you've done. You've worked hard on yourself. You should be very proud. It wasn't an easy process, right? We have two knights, the wands and the coins. So this is like a contradiction. Should I, or shouldn't I? Should I hold back? Should I move forward? And that's where the fear came in. It was an imbalance. It was an imbalance of identity. Like I'm growing by leaps and bounds right here, but yet I don't feel like jack is happening, right? It's going so slow, I don't even feel that anything's happening. But underneath it all, right? It's happening. The transition was happening. The transition, sorry for my reach. The transition was happening, even though you didn't see it maybe in the physical sense of the growth and changing happening, of balancing your life out. Here it is. It was happening when you didn't even see it. Your becoming doesn't happen like you don't see it. You know what I mean? It's not a visual thing. It's an experience to become your own sense of strength. That comes through the experiences of life. And sometimes you think you're going forward. One day you wake up and you're like, yeah, I'm going for it. And then the next day you're like, well, wait a second. I don't even feel any changes happening here. I feel like I'm at a standstill almost. So that's like the contradiction of giving and receiving here, where the universe is saying you're strong enough to do whatever you want here. Hello. Now go for it. Go for it. Be happy. Okay, so there was a time of contradiction, right? Of course, now the Queen came out yesterday. The Queen of Pentacles. Well, this is stable and security. This is stability and security right here. Look, this is who we become. Stable, secure, not just from a financial standpoint here. Even though it's Pentacles, this is a very confident in their own strength, in the grounding. They've grounded themselves. They've worked this is a process. Look who we've become. Childhood self, present self, becoming, or present here. It depends on where you're at in your life and what you've worked hard on. And I'm not just talking age here. I'm talking life experience. I'm talking life experiences. You have grown. You have become, and you have been blessed now through the work that you have done on self and overcoming your fears that have given you and made you stronger and wiser. And even though you haven't seen the progress, let's say, others do. Not that it matters, because all that matters is that you've raised your vibration now to a level of attracting what you so rightfully deserve. Bam. Yes. A wish coming true? Are you kidding me? We've been having this for the last few days. Oh yeah, it's coming. Oh my God, the Chariot. And the Chariot and the Star, this is heaven sent. Are you kidding me? This is heaven sent. I love it. I'm just going to take 3 cards here. This is a new beginning for someone. After going through a whole self-identity of growth, stability, security of self. Gosh, someone has really come around. You've worked hard on yourself. You should take a bow, because this wasn't an easy journey. This has not been an easy journey for anyone who's been working on themselves. Know that you've always been guided and protected by the universe through this transition. 3 cards, please. You have had to stand up for yourself through the fears. You have faced your fears. You should be proud. You have taken your power back and you have gained great wisdom through this experience, through this enlightenment of self. You have grown. Through the experiences of your life, you have become who you rightfully are supposed to be at this point in time. Don't think of yourself don't think of yourself in this way. Think of yourself in this way. Right? Sometimes we go back to this feeling, don't we? You can't help but think. You can't help but say, gosh, or someone's very sad that you have grown and they have not. This could be external because you have gained the wisdom and the power to move forward in your life. You have established a new foundation. The 7 is from heaven. You've shown the universe. You have shown the universe time and time again through your experiences here that you have fought your own, like, for lack of a better word, your fears, your demons. You have fought it all. You have been through it all. So you have become, and your wishes are coming true. Someone could be sad about it, right? Because there's always someone in the mix that says, oh, geez, someone's going to be happy without me, finding new without me. A wish coming true. And what about me? I don't know who this is. We can look at it. Let me get one card on this fear. Someone is fearful of you becoming unreachable. That's what it is. This is about you becoming your own person and someone on the outskirts looking in saying, oh, geez, wow. They've grown. They're wise to, they've gained this wisdom and they leveled up. And someone is upset. This is external to you. They're looking at you here through the glass, right? Through the glass window or whatever. I mean, obviously this isn't a glass window, you know. Let's get one more card on these 2 cards here. Fear and boredom. Who is the fear? Who's fearful? This has to be external. The planning stages left you in a place where you were uncertain at times and some others were uncertain of their plans, and their stages of patiently planning maybe did not work out as they anticipated. I don't know. I feel this is external here. Let me get one more card here from this deck. There we go. So, getting through, and we had this yesterday, the dark night of the soul. So this is all about you. This is not an external person. This is, I think that at one point of this journey that you have been on, this journey has brought you, which is the dark night of the soul, by the way, in many ways. But through the years, through the years, you have learned and you have been challenged. You have been challenged. You have faced your fears and you have been very bored and discontented with life, say for maybe 7 months to 7 years. You've been going through this, let's say, Grim Reaper, dark night of the soul, coming out successfully. This is about you. This is not an external person. This is your masculine self uncertain as to what direction, right? We had the uncertainty here. We did. We had it right here. 2 steps forward, 1 step back, right? Not sure if anything's happening. Not sure if, not going back to the fearful mentality of not growing and not becoming, which you have proven yourself worthy of, okay? And during this whole transition, through this whole transition of becoming you and attracting that which you rightfully deserve, right? Standing your ground and attracting, vibing at a high level now, energetically. Now you overcame all your fears. And now you're going to be coming into a partnership that is on the same page as you. We had this yesterday, but this depicts really the crusp of, is that it? Crusp? The crusp of each stage of your life. From childhood, you healed. From your present day self, you healed, and your higher self helped you to give you this guidance through this whole thing, through this whole transition. This is the process of the caterpillar turning into butterfly. Getting your wings to fly through the experiences of your life. There you go. The wings to fly. There you go. I love it. All right, 1 Ascended Master Archangel card. You should really be proud of yourself. For those of you who worked on your self-identity through the years, even if it's the last 7 months, 7 years, it doesn't matter. Time is illusion. Be proud of yourself, how far you have gotten and become. This is not a journey for the soft-hearted, so to speak. Radha comes in as a soul flame. This is your journey. Many of who I'm speaking to here are star seeds and light workers who have journeyed through the transition that we have all been going through to gain the experience and the wisdom through the experiences of your life and your life during the course of the times of your life. Yeah. And now they've all merged together, right? They've all merged together. They're all merging right here. They're now all healed as well. They're all healed. Strong. Your sense of self is strong. Through the experiences, you've gained the power and the wisdom, and you've healed each of your selves in the process of going through this. Okay? The card says, rediscovering a lost part of yourself, right? Experience, relationship, harmony, and healing. Have a great day.